For me and many others, Shadowdark by the Arcane Library was probably the game of 2024. So imagine my joy when I jumped to Kickstarter today and I noticed another expansion for what is vastly becoming an incredibly good game and such a welcomed addition, let's say, to my collection. Let's just jump straight over actually and just take a look at this. Here we have, we've got Dark Visions for Shadowdark RPG. So it's an expansion for Shadowdark featuring 16 cults, GM and player resources, and 3 adventures. So over 21,000, just under 500 backers, 15 days to go. I really do like also back, and I've always enjoyed this over the years. I've backed role-playing books, is ones with sort of smaller publishers. So here we have, let's have a quick look at the publisher here. We've got Jeffery Jones. He has created 16 different projects, so most of which I think have been funded. When I had a quick glance through, actually looking at it, everything has been funded. So Garage Appendix, I think that's most of it here. So it looks very sort of OCR, old school essentials stuff as well in there. So it is an established company. It's been going for quite a while, and I'd say, look, it's created 15 other projects. So let's just get into this Kickstarter. Start Vision is an expansion for the Shadow Dark, focusing on cults, their gods, and their domains. And if you've watched my recent top 10 TTRPGs of all time, there's a game that quite heavily relies on cults, normally comes in quite high. It's going to give us 3 additional player classes, so a cultist, an inquisitor, and the Knights of the Covenant. We've got 25 new spells, 16 different cult domains, each containing their own dedicated creatures, magic items, and tables. Sounds good, doesn't it? So not just a resource guard, Dark Visions includes a pair of standalone adventures that'll have the party following the cult's trail into the dank dungeons. You can string both adventures together with the the Tower of the Six companion design in the form of 3 adventure campaigns. So yeah, so you've got the Dark Vision main book here, and then the Tower of the Six if you want that. So that's going to give you 3 extra adventures to just throw at your players. Don't blame me, sorry, I've been away. So the 48-hour early bird has sadly passed, but don't make that too bad. So you can still get the Knights of the St. Terengis class PDF. Yeah, so it would have been free. If you want it, we can still get it, so don't worry. So what's inside the Dark Visions book? So it's approximately 92-page hardcover Dark Visions, 28-page saddle stitch design of the Tower of the Six, print on demand option for Dark Visions, only available in the perfect bound softcover. Inside the book, we've got 16 cult domains like Archon, Ash, Nightmares, Symmetry. So each contains a write-up, rumors, encounter tables. Love random. I hope they're random encounter. Well, they're going to be random encounter tables, aren't they? Which is the other thing that I really like about Shadow Dark. There's just so many tables, plot generations, magic items, and at least 1 stat block. So you should have I guess, standard enemy within there. The 3 occult classes that each approach darkness from different angles. You've got the occultist, which embraces fringe practices and rituals in this full caster. With 25 new spells. The Inquisitor stands in opposition of the heretic using marks of judgment. And then you've got the Covenant Knight pledges their blade and spellcraft to execute the lawful ideas set in place by the Covenant Council. So you can play the cultist if you want to be the bad guy, or you can have the Inquisitor, which is obviously going to go and hunt down the bad guys, or the Covenant Knight, which sounds very much like a paladin, that sort of class, sort of religious knight sort of character. So the cultist, yeah, I think it's going to seems something that's going to appeal to me to play. Inquisitors, always great things to play, and Covenant Knights if it's that sort of like religious sort of paladin. So say these 3 sound interesting. 2 of them really interesting to me. 25 dark creatures that help fill out the cultist ranks, so more things to throw at your player characters, and then 3 standalone adventures that can be connected into a level 1 through to level 4 campaign. The first 2 adventures are in Dark Vision, and then the final one is Tower of Six. Clever marketing, so you can have some of your adventure if you buy just the book, or for a little bit extra, you can have all the way up to level 4. But however they're doing it, when we get into the prices, I don't think anyone's going to mind. It's really, again, this is the other thing that you do get with some of the smaller projects is really good price points. All manners of new demigods, mundane items, loot tables, and more. So we can't. You might be able to read this. I can't with my old eyes, even wearing glasses. But so you've got here the cultist class and some details here, and you've still got your, as you get in Shadow Dark, your random traits that's going on there. Say it's a full caster, as it did say. So as much as I'm sort of saying it might not be that interesting to me, depends on what the spell list is going to be. But here we go, these full tier list all the way up to tier 5 on the spells, and then details of the Ash Covenant. Again, can't really read it, but we've got some random encounter tables, some plot generators, some rumors. There's 2 stat blocks here for some creatures within the cult, and I think this Unholy Ash will be the magic items that they talk about. You've got I'm not going to play this. It's an hour-long interview with the game designer, Zach. But if you want to go and watch it, I'll put a link to the description into my video below. Link also to their YouTube channel. So if you want to go and subscribe to them, well, I don't mean if you want to go and subscribe to them. I think, the more that we can subscribe to other channels and help each other out and help everyone else grow, the more they're going to produce great content like this. So let's get into the rewards. Only in America and Canada only is the hardcover copy of Dark Visions and Tower of Six, and then we've got the print-on-demand soft copy for the rest of the world. Sorry, $50, and then 44 for the rest of the world. Got a hardback copy here in the US and Canada at $35. The rest of the world is going to be paying 28 for the soft copy. Both copies of the PDF at $18 is an absolute steal. I think that's incredibly cheap to do. It's going to be sort of like 25 odd pages across both books. The content looking for me in Dark Visions alone, so you can get $12 for an extra $6. Why wouldn't you just give them the extra $6 and go and finish off the sort of trilogy campaign that they've set and designed? And then here we go. Here's the missing one. It's going to cost you $3 for this additional class. Again, go and get it. I know you're not getting it for free. It's $3. It's going to give you a 4th sort of class for your players to play. And this night is an early bird promotion, but it's available now after 48 hours. It gives you this is your true paladin of righteous order. So for $3 to go and get a true paladin, yeah, why wouldn't you? And then we're into, this looks like the other projects that they've backed. So you can go and get all the back catalogue here of all the different projects they've done over the time. The one that appeals to me the most is here, which is the Repentant and Faction Relics, because it appears for this game here, Pirate Borg, which is amazing. If you've never played Pirate Borg, you should. You don't know what you're missing out. If you love everything pirate themed, it's such a good rules like fast, fun game, and it's exactly what I'm going to expect Shadowdark to turn into for me. If I'm going to play more pirate stuff, I'm only playing Pirate Borg now, and then I think fantasy adventures might end up being an awful lot more Shadowdark. But this, yeah, so we've got some adventures here. We've got the shipping fees and costs, and then finally the dates, which I always take with a pinch of salt. Things always get delayed, but hopefully we might get my PDF copies out with backer kit Q2 of 2025. If it's not, absolutely fine, guys. Do it when it's ready. And then we've got some sort of print here of some of the maps and some random tables. And really, I say, again, I can't read it. You might be able to zoom in and just get an idea. But it looks nicely designed, set up. There's lots of space on the page, which for me, I always talk about this as dyslexic. I find it tough reading things that are full of text. So, which is one of the other reasons I like about Shadowdark. And this seems to be using the sort of same fonts and same layouts. And then we just got the team here, sort of Zach, Robert, and Jeff, from the writer, editing, and publisher. So let me just come back to me. So that's my quick little look at this. I'm I've backed it. I'm backing at the PDF because I have to do this with a lot of, especially the smaller American projects because of shipping and fees. And take my old eyes, I am sort of struggling with physical copies of books. I don't know about you, and I think a lot of my subscribers are sort of similar age to me, and we sort of joke and laugh a little bit about reading because these see I only need them for reading. This is me looking normal, and this is me looking reading or onto a screen, but it doesn't always help. So PDF copies, I get stuff quicker as well, and I do like the fact I can then zoom in. But if you want physical copies, if you want hardback stuff, America and Canada only, it might upset you. I think that's a really sensible move, especially from a smaller publisher. So those are my thoughts. Let me know what your thoughts. Are you still well behind Shadow Dark? Is this something else? Adding cultists, I think, is a brilliant move. Up to 4 extra classes as well for your players is good. Say 25 more spells, 25 more creatures, and that nice 3-part campaign. So when it does land, I'll try and do a spoiler-free chat, let's say, on how the adventure is. But yeah, so that's it. My name's Adrian from Dungeon and Dyslexia. If you've liked this video, please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.